What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're gonna be talking about the best condo recommendations in the Winston-Salem area. Let's get into the video. My name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, but we've got connections all over the state. And the reason I wanted to bring you a video specifically about condos is that a lot of people sometimes ask me, especially the younger people moving to the area, hey, having a house is nice. I like all the house recommendations, but how about some condo recommendations? So if you're looking for some condos in the area, this is the video for you. If you're new here, my name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local Winston-Salem real estate agent. Enough of that, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the content. So I broke down this list into two different sections. Basically, we're gonna be looking at the best price condos and the prime location condominiums as well, because that's generally what people ask me for when they ask for condominium recommendations. So number one on the best price condos is gonna be Cedar Cove. This one sits inside of 27104. And let's start off with the good stuff first. In the last year, the average home price of condos selling in that HOA inside of that neighborhood is around $128,000. It's a smaller complex with a swimming pool and a tennis court. Usually you're gonna find 2-bedroom, 2-bath units, and they were built around the 1970s, so they're definitely gonna be a little bit on the older side. All of the units seem to be right around 1,000, right under 1,000 square feet, so they're not big units. And there is an HOA, of course. All of these are gonna have HOAs, and that's $250 a month. Now let me tell you why it's great. Number one, amazing location. Number two, easy interstate access. So if you gotta get into the High Point, Greensboro area or anywhere else, interstate is right there. It's also close to Country Club Road, which if you're not familiar from the area, Country Club Road, everything to do around the Winston-Salem area is off of Country Club Road. It also leads you back into like the downtown area, closer to the middle of the city. So very convenient to be near or off of Country Club Road. And because of that, you have a plethora of options when it comes to dining, shopping, entertainment. You also have some really good schools in the area. So that was Cedar Cove. Now let's move on to RainTree. RainTree also sits inside of the 27104 zip code, and the average home price in the last year so far, at least, was around $140,000. So still under 150, and you're getting a bang for your buck right here. Once again, we're looking at 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and these were built 70s to the 80s, mid 80s. Once again, we're looking at under 1,000 square foot units. The HOA a little bit cheaper this time, only $185 a month. One of the main reasons why people love RainTree is its proximity to both Clemens and Louisville, which if you're from the area, those are gonna be the highly sought after, a little bit more opulent areas. People with money live in these areas. So being that close, that proximity is there to shopping, dining as well, easy highway access. But really, if you want to be close to Clemens and or Louisville without having that Clemens and or Louisville price tag, RainTree is going to be the place to go. Number 3 on this list is going to be Burke Creek condominiums. These are going to be a little bit newer. They happen to be in the 27103 zip code, which is kind of the main like commercial area, I would call it. This is where our mall is, Haynes Mall Boulevard, Stratford Road. Everything shopping and dining is going to be right there now. That's the pro, everything's close, but the con is a little bit of traffic. I mean, this is gonna be where the major traffic is in this area. The average home price, at least so far this year in Burke Creek, is gonna be right under $180,000. Now, once again, you're still gonna be getting a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in here. Now, like I said, these are gonna be a little bit newer. These were built in the late 90s, so they start to feel a little bit more modern for sure. They're right over 1,000 square feet, and the HOA happens to be $175 a month. Now, what I think makes Burke Creek condos great is not only its proximity to all of the big box stores, all the shopping, all the dining, but also your really close proximity to some major hospitals here in the area. You're also closer to our downtown. Tons of food, shopping, entertainment options, and it's also more centrally located in the city. You're more in the middle of the city here, so getting to either, any north side, south side, east side, west side, you're gonna be completely fine because you're kind of in the middle of the city here. So those were, in my opinion, the best price condominiums that Winston-Salem has to offer so far. You get a lot of bang for the buck there. Next, we're gonna talk about some of the prime location condos. You're not gonna wanna miss that. Before I do that though, I do have to do my job as a YouTuber and let you know that if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if there's anything at all I can do to help, do not hesitate to reach out. The number on the screen, that's my personal cell phone number, goes to no one else but me. I'm always available for a quick chat, or shoot me a text message and we can coordinate a time to jump on the phone or Zoom or Skype or FaceTime or whatever. I'm gonna leave you some amazing links in the about section of this video, including the free Winston-Salem relocation guide, as well as the links to see what neighborhoods, what these homes, what these condos rather, what are available inside of these condominium neighborhoods. I'm almost done, I promise. Lastly, I'm gonna leave you guys my social media handles those in the about section as well. So you can be my friend on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Now the reason, not only does everyone want more friends, right? But the real reason that I want you to add me on there so you can see daily life, what living in Winston-Salem looks like. We do a lot of food reviews in the area. We try to go to do things that are city specific. We try to, all the events in the area, we try to attend as much as possible so that we can show you what it's like here in Winston-Salem. Now you might see me and my wife and my kids on vacation every now and then, but most of it is going to be Winston-Salem content. Next, we're going to talk about some prime location condos that are going to be next to or really close to some key amenities here in the city. So these are not going to be for everyone. These are definitely going to be a little bit more pricey, but stick around because I think you'll learn something. One of the first things that stand out in the West End condominiums, it's obviously its location. You're located inside of the West End neighborhood of downtown Winston-Salem, which is one of my all-time favorite neighborhoods. If you've watched my videos for any length of time, you'll know that the West End, that's where I aspire to move to one day. Now here they have 1 and 2 bedroom condos, but the HOA is quite high, $364 a month. The average price that these sold for so far this year is around $266,000. So once again, we're over that $200,000 price range, but we're getting prime location. The location is impeccable, like we mentioned before, close to restaurants, dining, trendy stuff, all the coolest restaurants. And if you're familiar with Winston-Salem, a lot, if not most of what's going on in downtown Winston-Salem is on 4th Street, and this is right off of 4th Street, so literally straight shot. You could probably walk to everything in downtown from here. This place is gonna have to be on your list if you're considering living in the downtown life. If you think about it, it's kind of an affordable way to live in some of the best areas of the city. $266,000 sounds kind of expensive for a condo compared to the, top of building, exquisite, very expensive $1 million lofts that are on 4th Street. This is very affordable. Now let's talk about West Meadows condominiums. Number one thing about these is gonna be the location. That's gonna be inside the heart of Clemens, North Carolina. Clemens is a very, very, very popular suburb of Winston-Salem. In fact, most of my clients that come to the area that are looking to the Winston-Salem area, most of them end up at least wanting to see some homes in Clemens, if not purchasing in Clemens, just because it's that popular. And this time they have 2 and 3 bedroom condos. Here you have inside elevators, which is a big plus, as well as assigned parking. Now the price does go down a little bit for this one. We're talking about right around $200,000. The HOA is kind of up there, $235 a month. And more than anything, the location is the best part about this set of condominiums. Great schools, shopping, dining, entertaining, all that kind of stuff is spectacular here. Next, we're gonna talk about the Riverwalk at Tanglewood. Once again, we're inside the lovely town of Clemens, North Carolina. We're looking at 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom condos built from the late 90s to the early 2000s. You've got a neighborhood pool, which is always nice to have, and the average home price, at least so far this year, was around $211,000. The HOA is $175, however, it does cover the pool. And one of the biggest factors about this specific set of condos is that they happen to be across the street from Tanglewood Park, which is, if you're in the area, it's a very, very, very popular park. They have many shows throughout the year, festivals, events, but the Tanglewood Festival of Lights is by far the best one. And because you're still in Clemens, you still get great schools, great shopping, great dining, great entertainment, 20-minute ride to the downtown of Winston-Salem. That's gonna be my recommendations for the best condos in the Winston-Salem area. Let me know if you got anything out of this video. I look forward to seeing you in next week's video. And as always, don't forget to hit that like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel.